Hey, welcome to the video. Now, because I'm an unoriginal slackass and I needed a video out this week, we'll be talking about the top 5 games, in my opinion, coming out in 2019. Okay, before we get started, I have some honourable mentions and some games I couldn't give a flying fuck about. Hat in Time should be interesting. Apparently it's basically Mario Odyssey but for time travel gimmick. Code Vein, Dark Souls fucking anime chick can shut this out. Pavlov VR is CSGO, but you can shoot yourself. Red Dead Redemption Online, I get to be a cowboy and rob people. And Ring of Asylum, the poor man's PUBG, and it's probably better than fucking Fortnite. And the games that I give two shits about: Halo, whatever the fuck its name is. Anthem, or as I call it, Destiny Mark III, still gonna be a failure. COD Black Ops 4, who really cares? And Kingdom Hearts. Fucking fight me. Starting at the lowest game on my list is Generation Zero at number 5. A survival game that solves my biggest problem with the genre. Trying to find a fucking soup can every 5 minutes. Can we please stop this bullshit? The game design encourages teamwork through difficulty. It makes setting up ambushes and working together vital in surviving this climate. Now, as far as I can tell, this entire story works around how Google used its wiretaps and internet observation to turn Sweden into a haven for the fucking Terminator. When will people learn to stop making AI? Every time we try to do it, it decides we should wipe out the human race. Stop being a bunch of fucking dumb cunts and bury that fucking dream. Slight rant aside, it is genuinely interesting, even if it's a part of a nearly dead trend. The real question is, how long will it survive? I think the mystery of how the robots were mass produced and how they took over Sweden will bring the community together in an attempt to try and put all the pieces into place, which was a smart move by the devs. However, once that mystery is solved, it comes down to its core gameplay and potential mod support to see if it manages to last more than 6 months. I hope it does, because it looks like a fun game, especially if you squad up with a group of friends, but only time will tell. At number 4 is Fallout 76. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to this absolute clusterfuck of bugs and horrible game design. At this point, this dumpster fire covered in gasoline that Bethesda made will either get patched into a playable state, or Bethesda will abandon it to the orphanage of the internet until the fans fix it once mod support comes in. I'm certain Bethesda reached a point where they realised no matter what they did, it would cost too much to fix the steaming pile of radiated garbage, so they decided to release it for easy money. Now, in case you've been living in a cave in China without internet, Fallout 76 was a lazy asset flip with boring quests, no interesting characters, and bugs from every single Fallout game that Bethesda normally had the community patch for them. Why on God's earth will I be looking forward to the video game equivalent of the Titanic? Quite simple. I want to see if this ship sinks after hitting the iceberg, or if Bethesda gets its shit together, patches most of the bugs, and adds some good content that'll make it worth its $100 Australian price tag. Just a quick editor's note here. It turns out they cancelled a Fallout New Vegas multiplayer mod, and it probably would have ended up being a lot better than this game, so all I want to say is, Bethesda, you've lost karma. Number 3. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Basically just Dark Souls in Japan, but its entire movement system and weapon system has been revamped. You can now go in all 3 dimensions, which you previously couldn't in both Dark Souls and Bloodborne. You can now sneak up on enemies and ambush them, which you can never do in Dark Souls or Bloodborne either, because basically once you're in their area of sight, you had to fight them. Overall, the character designs, boss fights and lore should be really interesting. I can see a die-hard fanbase growing out of this game, analysing the lore and how much real Japanese culture influenced the level and character designs. I'm a big fan of the Dark Souls series, and this game is taking that difficult but fair gameplay and completely reshaping it. For plenty of details about this game, check out this guy. I'm not even going to try butchering his name. There should be a link in the description, unless I forget. Number 2. Ironside, a back to basics approach to the Call of Duty style FPS done right by an independent company. It's 100% free to play with a fair progression system that doesn't lock weapons or tools behind a paywall, which means it has no pay to win bullshit. Their money comes from purely cosmetic items, such as weapon and character models, that anyone can get if they play enough and save enough points. Unlike Warface, its closest competitor, there are no limited time weapons that can only be unlocked by money spent on the game or by playing for 2 months per weapon. It's been in open beta for over a year now. This seems to be purely for polishing purposes because the gameplay is fun and the mechanics are solid, with nothing needed to be added to make the game feel completed. It has game modes such as Deathmatch, Search and Destroy and Domination with a complete and functioning attachment system, unlike certain games. It gets content updates of new maps, character models and recently community designed weapon skins, which I hope continues even after launch, because its community is how this game will grow and keep its players. If this game gets released on console, obviously once it's out of beta, I could see it exploding in popularity, since its only competition is Warface and $60 games, and Warface kinda plays like shit on console, especially in Australia. I personally think it plays better than most Call of Duties. I'm looking to build a brand new gaming PC around February, March, and once I do this, I'll be making plenty of content on this game, which is why it's in my number 2 place on the list. I'm really looking forward to playing this, and I'm really looking forward to making videos on this. And number 1 is a game I am 100% certain at this point will get Game of the Year in 2019, due to the fact it doesn't even have competition. And this game is Cyberpunk 2077. It has been in production for 5 or 6 years with a company that has a reputation for making incredible games, and that company is CD Projekt Red. They are well known for their incredible work with the Witcher series, and it looks to me like the Cyberpunk game will be in safe hands. They have announced Cyberpunk can be played from start to finish, and they are now taking the time needed to polish this game to a high standard, which is a great sign for its production quality and something rarely seen in the industry these days. If you've seen the 1-hour gameplay release, you know this game looks gorgeous, and the progression system looks like it's going to be varied and massive. As of yet, we haven't heard about the map size, but seeing as it's multi-leveled with dozens of skyscrapers and underground areas, I have no doubt you could easily get lost within the city itself without the need for side quests. CD Projekt Red has already shown us that there will be a variety of weapons. You can upgrade them and can change the way projectiles behave and the weapons handle as you modify them to your playstyle. This game is going to have plenty of customization, so you can play how you want and explore the world the way you want to. I am a massive fan of Nor Detective and Cyberpunk settings for their great potential for philosophical discussions around the nature of the human condition and what is freedom. We have absolutely no idea what the main story will be, but it has us wearing clothing for separate gangs, being able to work for high levels of corporates, and leaves the potential for numerous great stories, complicated enemy encounters, and role-playing freedom. Their 1-hour demo has already showed us the many choices we can make and the chance encounters we can come across as we play. This game looks like it's going to have a dense lived-in map with plenty of activities to do, with a high level of polish CD Projekt Red has a reputation for. If their 1-hour demo is anything to go by, this will be Game of the Year purely for its technical achievement and polished mechanics. If it has solid characters and story, I can't even think of a game that will challenge it in any aspect. Not even fucking Fortnite. Hey, I'm Fair Income Dave, and thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know I sound like I want to put a Glock in my mouth and pull the trigger, but I don't. Apparently I just sound like a fucking emo. Anyway, if you enjoyed, please give me a subscribe, comment if you want me to see me do some other videos. Cheers, have a good one.